What's up guys, Phoenix here. This video is going to be another DevPro duel video on Ranked, and this time I'm going to be playing with the Infernoid Burning Abyss deck again. This specific build piloted by Steven Sandler, if I remember correctly, and I believe this deck actually ended up placing top 8 at the ARG in St. Louis this past weekend. I don't think it ever got any further than top 8 because I believe the person that played this deck played Zach Leverett, and I know for a fact that Zach Leverett ended up making it to top 4. So I think he played Zach Leverett in top 8 and then lost. I could be incorrect on that, but I do really just like this deck because it's very combo oriented and combines two of my favorite archetypes that I've ever read on paper. I really like Infernoids as an archetype, just because they're like fair dragon rulers, I guess you could call them, with a little bit more versatility in some areas and a little bit less versatility in others. And then the entire Burning Abyss theme is absolutely absurd. The quality of cards that this deck has for it are basically dragon ruler tier in terms of how good these cards are. Every single card in this theme is 100% amazing, and every single one has a different versatility and different theme of like what it's meant for and what it does. And at the end of the day, every single one of them is just fodder to make Dante your boss monster for the Burning Abyss theme, if like you don't need a specific secondary effect during that time. But like, these cards are absolutely insane, and the fact that you get to back them up with Infernoid cards summoning themselves out of hand and grave for other very good effects is absolutely just it's very, very good. I really like this deck. I really like the entire BA Infernoid concept and theme, specifically because of what it allows you to have accessibility into with cards like Leviair to get back your Decatrons that you banish off of your big Infernoids and stuff like that. The fact that this deck does have access to basically a themed Shaddoll fusion in the form of Void Imagination, all these different little things that come into play as factors as to why this deck is absolutely just really good, are all things that make me just really enjoy it. And a lot of you guys seem to like it when I played it yesterday, so I'm going to continue playing it for at least this video, maybe even another one. Who knows? This might actually transition over into being played on DN a little bit in my DN match series that I do with my friend. But ultimately, that's enough rambling. This deck is very, very much a cohesive strat that should be pretty obvious on paper, so I'm not going to discuss it any further, and we're just going to jump straight into the game. Alright, so as usual, I'd like to play against something meta-oriented. Ooh, I don't know if I go first or second with this deck. I think I just go second. I think I blind second with this deck all the time. That's basically the trend that I've been doing anyway. Okay, so he has no extra deck, so he's either playing Domain Monarchs or he's playing something that doesn't matter and he shouldn't be in ranked. So, we'll find out. This is what we will do. We will find out. I swear. I swear to you. I have this hand that's full of Infernoids, which is kind of an issue. But if I'm able to stick this Dante, then I can actually just make them all very economical. So there's that. I don't even remember what my ranking is currently. I need to actually go and check it and see where it actually ends up being, because I have done a little bit of grinding and got myself out of the absolute like lowest tier possible. I just milled Graf Seer. I don't want to actually like acknowledge that as something that can happen, but it did. And so I'll just take this free shot at me getting lucky, and I'll have my nice good old day with it. So there's that. So I get to put Graf back on board, which will float further after I get this Dante. I actually might want to make Grand Pulse, because if I make Grand Pulse here, well, let's see what's in my graveyard in terms of Infernoids. Just an Atondal. Harmadic pops monsters. So there's definitely that as an option. I can make Grand Pulse here. I could summon Harmadic, but that would be 9. I can make Deviate. That's definitely something I can do, but that's only that's so ignorant because it's only like 50. It's only 79. So that's the problem. Unless I mill a Barbar here, I don't think I can go for game. So we'll just do it this way. So yeah, we'll detach this Skarm. We'll mill 3 more. Did I mill anything of value? I've milled my tour guide. Yes, I've milled something of incredible value. I would have loved to have had that in my hand. So that's definitely a problem. But I can actually just summon this Deviate here and not really care, and then pop that. So we'll just go with it. I'll just banish this Atondal, and I'll banish these 2 from hand. It's not the most economical thing in the world, but I mean, damn. Might as well, right? This can get a monster effect as well. Drowning Mirror Force, trying to bait my ass. Look at you, trying to bait me into the Drowning Mirror Force. What a savage. What a saucy duelist. Literally trying to get me to do it. And so now he's just very, very much in Nightmare Shark or Barbar range. One of the two. and I can just, you know, utilize all my resources that I have to the fullest here, because I'm going to go to 4 cards here, or not 4, 5. I'm going to go to 5 cards. I've got a Graph under the Dante. I've got a, I believe I've got a Farfa under the other one, so there's definitely that as well. So what do I actually want? I want the Barbar. I want to search this Barbar. That way I can just normal summon it, and it'll kill itself if this Deviate is still up. But yeah, what is under this thing? There's Farfa under that one. Alright, exactly. That's what I wanted. So I have Graph under this one, Farfa under this one, which means that, you know, if he summons something and uses it to, like, an effect, then I'll be able to Deviate it, and then I'll potentially be able to do some other things. But what I can actually do here is that you're setting all these cards, which is really cool and all, but all I have to do is mill 1 Infernoid here. Or actually, I don't even have to mill an Infernoid. I'm just going to normal summon this Barbar game. Normal summon. Kills. Yes. I'm not like wrong in believing that this is how this is gonna happen, right? Normal summon Barbar game. Is that how this works? Oh, he's playing the Monarch. Okay, so he's playing Domain Monarchs. He just bricked horribly. All right, like that seems really simple. I think I just want to jump in for another potential game. I think I will. I will definitely be doing that. Be right back. He was trying to play the build of that dude that got top like 4 at the ARG in St. Louis. At least I think he was, because that guy was maining. He was playing Domain Monarchs and maining Drowning Mirror Forces as well. So there's definitely that as an option for what he was trying to do. This hand is pretty cool, especially if Max C gives me any sort of cards. As it stands right now, though, the hand is absolutely fine without Max C even doing anything. So I can just special Seer, normal summon Skarm, leave the Seer under the Dante, mill 3, do stuff like that. Ah! Deskbots! Deskbooties. Alright, so I immediately just feel like things are going to be a lot more lax for me, simply because I already do have access to this Anunku, even though it is in my hand. So there's definitely that I can actually utilize. So Max C is going to, you know, just draw me another card. I'm still able to use Decatron as well. I can just go 1 for 1 into Decatron, into like Patrulia, pop this. Something I've actually been really wanting is a level 8 Synchro in the extra deck, in the form of like Omega, but there's just not one here. And like I never see myself making these in all the games that I've played with it, so I could easily see myself cutting the guy at night for an Omega, or possibly making room for 2. Like it could very easily just be something that I do. But okay, so Deskbot base, meaning these things are huge. Ending your turn, really. Interesting. Oh my god, this tour guide. Oh wow. Okay, so what I get to do is I get to start my turn with Dante. I can special both of these, and it wouldn't actually matter. I can normal summon tour guide and do stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Is I'm gonna actually just special summon both of these, and then try and throw them into a Dante. And if, you know, the Dante gets responded to by like if this is a relevant trap, then it's going to just allow me to add back like stuff, essentially. So it doesn't really matter that I'm specialing both of these, because I'm going to be trying to clear my way through this. Now, Grand Pulse is arguably the safer one. Goes in match? Really? Goes in match? Okay, well, that makes... Wait, is there no Break Sword in this extra deck? Why is there no Break Sword in this extra deck? Break Sword is a dark. I could have made Break Sword here and popped this Goes in match. God damn it. I'm so sad. Why is that the case? Why is that what's happened? Alright, well. Alright then. Next step is to Seismus at the next earliest convenience. Once these die, that's the problem. Is that now I've got to deal with this. Wow. Alright. I'm a little bit upset. The fact that I'm getting Gozened out. But I'm not even getting Gozened out. It's because this build doesn't have a Break Sword in the extra deck, and I didn't actually put one there. That's another card I want in this extra deck, is a Break Sword. Like, come on now, guys. Let's be reasonable here. Okay, Deskbot 4. So he's gonna kill both of these, and if he does it correctly, he kills the Seer first. Because, you know, then I can't float. Well, no, it's actually, there's no actual correct way to do this, because like, I'm just going to let them die anyway. Okay, well, he's not doing it the correct way, because now, if I wanted to, I could just bring back the Skarm with the Seer. And so, if he doesn't kill them both, like, there's that. I also get to search cards, like, this is not good. He's just not good in general in terms of what he's doing. So can't say I agree with his play string here, with his attacking order. Although I am going to end up leaving the Skarm in the grave so I can get a search for it, but that's still beside the point. I'm going to get a search for, like, another Seer? Maybe? Because I've already got Tour Guide. I don't really care about that. So I can 1-for-1 into Decatron, and I can pop that Gozen match, and I can just normal summon Tour Guide. So there's that. And then I can summon a Nunku, and a Nunku will wipe the board of monsters. Well, I should probably just Decatron. I could Decatron send. It honestly just depends on what I draw. If I draw an Infernoid, I'll be able to Nunku him, and I'll just be able to wipe his entire board. So we'll just go with that. I'm going to use Skarm here. I'm going to search for. What one do I actually care about the most? Like, Tour Guide gets Graph, so I don't really care. I'll just get Farfa, because Tour Guide gets Graph, which gets Seer. Farfa is just a throwaway name. That's good to put under things, so we'll just go with that. And I drew another Burning Abyss card, which isn't the best in terms of what it could have been, but I digress. I really do just want this Anunku to be live. That's the issue, and I can't make Dante, so I can't mill. Well, let's see. Tour Guide can summon Graph, but I can't go into anything because there's no light in the extra deck, so there's no Break Sword. Which means I could go 1-for-1 into Decatron, I could pop that, and then I could go into Dante, and then I can make a Nunku, but then that means I'm going to be burning my Dante, which is a small problem. Small, I say, but yeah, we'll just 1-for-1 here. We'll 1-for-1, and we will discard Seismus, because I think that's the one that's probably going to end up getting summoned this turn, out of anything and everything. And so I'm going to end up getting Petrulia on Decatron, and that will pop the Gozen match, and then that will allow me to play my Tour Guide, make Dante, and potentially go from there. So, we'll see. We will see what happens here. I could also just Entra it, and then that'd make another Dante. So there's definitely that as well, and that would also just be better overall in terms of it would let me to summon this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll go with Entra, because by the time that Gozen match gets put back on the board, it's not going to matter, per se. So, Gozen match back to hand. Now I can normal summon Tour Guide, get Graph out of my deck, and then I can overlay with these two into the thing. Because I'm not going to get Rhino Warrior because its effect's going to get negated, so it won't protect my things. So we'll get Graph here, and then I can make a bunch of just rank 3s without any sort of need or regard into what's going to happen here. And what I can do is this, and I will detach Decatron, and I will mill 3. And so what I have here is I have Deviate engraved now as well, so I can make another Dante. Or I can make Leviair on Decatron after I just kill this entire board, and then this Graph will just float into Skarm. So the Skarm will get a search in the end phase, and I'll be able to do all that stuff. I'll be able to wipe his entire board clean, which is honestly what needs to really happen. So yeah, that's actually what's going to have to end up happening. So I have to banish this, to banish these two as well. Summon a Nunku. I need to use its ability to wipe the entire board, because this is ridiculous. I can't get over these. 3 is going to be massive. So it's going to wipe the entire board. But Dante is going to add back Seer. Graph is going to float into Skarm, which is going to get me another search in the end phase. And then, so what's going to happen is that I'll be able to special these 2 out of my hand, make Leviair, and then from there I will be able to go in 2 different ways. Well, actually, I'll be able to special Seer. Yeah, alright. So I'll use this Dante to add back Seer, and then I'll special it out of my hand as well. Well, actually, I can't special anything out of my hand because the Nunku's here. That's a problem. Small one, but it's a problem. And so then a monster to special summon is going to be... Libic? I can do Libic. Oh, shit, I should have done Farfa, because then Farfa could blink this out, and then I could make Leviair, get Decatron back. But as it stands, now I'm just committed to this line of play, which is to special this Seer, which the Seer can go back into Dante. So that was That was a rather poor play. I should have caught that, but I didn't. Oops. Oops! Should have caught that one. If I had gotten Farfa out of my deck instead of this Libic, no Farfas have used their effects this turn, so I could have Farfa banished a Nunku, and then that would have allowed me to special the Seer and the Barbar out of my hand, and I could have overlaid into Leviair to attach the Barbar, get back this Decatron, and then, you know, be able to send more cards to grave, and have other stuff like that. But as it stands, I guess it's fine the way it is, because I can distribute this Seer for this Anunku whenever he wants to activate a spell card effect, so like there is that. So I will definitely do that. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to actually tribute this Seer, and then the Seer is going to bring back Dante. So, good little floater status. Did I just not activate Skarm's effect in the end phase? Oh, I didn't float into Skarm. That's right. I 100% just did not float into the Skarm. That is absolutely fine. Okay, so this Deskbot 9 is gone. I don't have to worry about that. 2 of his Deskbot 2s are gone. Basically, I just get to mess with him now, because I can just throw these 2 cards into a Leviair starting next turn if he kills my Anunku, and then from there, I'm gonna just be able to make Decatron, get Harmadic engrave on the Decatron, and then, you know, pop his monster, and then we're all good to go, in theory. And then I can also like draw a Rhino Warrior because I haven't gotten into one of those yet, stuff like that. Ooh, yeah, he's definitely gonna try and kill it. He's Deskbot 7. This thing is massive. This thing's at 35. So, what's going to end up happening is I can normal summon Farfa and I can banish my Anunku if he kills my Dante in any way, shape, or form. So there's definitely that. Let's see. That text is throwing me off. That is a text from a family member. Ooh, machine duplication. Oh, shit. Is this a problem? I think it might be a problem. Okay, no, he only has 1 in this deck. That's right. Aha, it's not a problem. I was thinking it was going to be a problem because I thought it was going to be 3. Like 3 of them. And that would have been, that would have been terrible. He had to pop his field spell to save his 9, so, I mean, that makes, like, things be bigger. Does this do Pierce? Oh my god, it does. Oh, no. 25. Alright. So... Wow. Alright, so that would have been another 15 if he had used this on that, so I still would be alive, even if it is just barely. Damn, that could have been an issue and a half really quickly. I've got to deal with this now, which means I've got to Anunku him again. So, that's going to be the thing, is that how am I going to Anunku him again if he's not killing it this turn? That's the issue. Are you killing it this turn? How? It doesn't boost that high. Or does it? It only goes up to 2k. Your math skills are bad. Oh. Okay, well this is easier to deal with now. Because now this can only go back up to 55. Or wait, what? Why is it 55 now? Oh, it's because this died. I see. I see! It has died, and it is there now. So we will deal with this in our own time. I need to Anuku him again. So what I need to do is that's not a card that I can use to Anuku him. But what I can do is I can normal summon Farfa, and I can banish this. Hear me out here. I can banish this, and then I can make my Leviair, and I can pop this with the Decatron play that I was talking about earlier with Decatron onto Harmadic. Or I could just make Seismus, and then Seismus could actually just deal with this in its own way as well. There are a couple different play lines that I have here, but they all start with me normal summoning this Farfa, because then Farfa dies, I get to use its ability, and I get to banish my Anunku. I could easily banish this, but it's going to come back and be a problem, and that's definitely not something that I want to deal with right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to Special Alec, Special Seer, and we're going to be able to make Leviair. I don't play double Antra in this build, so that's going to be an issue in that I couldn't just, make another Dante, but, well, that'd be a non-BA name on the board anyway, so I actually couldn't make another Dante, period. So there's that. So we'll special this, Leviair for Decatron, and then Decatron will send Harmadic, which will then allow me to pop this, and then I could summon Seismus, potentially. Potentially, I say. It's the word I keep throwing around. It means to have a possibility, a chance. So, we'll activate this Levier, attach this Alec, because the Seer, we'd like to float back into a Dante, if at all possible. And so what we're going to do is we're going to special this Decatron here, and we're going to special it in defense mode. I'm going to use its effect, and I'm going to send... I kind of want to send Deviate, but that'll just make this too big. I've got to send something that's 4 or lower, so the Harmodic is honestly just the best thing here, because Harmodic could just pop this. So there's that. Your opponent can't target them for attacks except this one. Okay, so yeah, definitely. So I was thinking, my original play was thinking of going Seismus and attacking this, and then banishing this. But I can't target anything other than this for attacks, so I will definitely just pop it this way. So there is definitely that as the play. So that goes there. It's not going to plague my ass anymore. Now I get to use this, banishing Deviate and Harmodic, summon it. My Anunku comes back at the end of the turn as well, so I've just got multiple different tributes. That's great. But as it stands, I'm going to attack this with Seismus, and at this point all of the Deskbot 3s are gone. So that's very much a thing that is just very much in my favor. He's going to boost it to 1,000 so that he takes less damage, but ultimately it's still going to die, and that's the thing, is that it's actually just really good for me, because now I can actually also... I can't do anything else with this Levier until like this Decatron gets banished again, or until another Decatron is there. Do I want to banish a card on the board? Nah. Oh, target... let's see. Banish one card on the field? No. Absolutely not. I was reading the last part down here, banishing graveyard, and I was like, is that linked into the first battle phase effect? I was like, nah. Cannot be. So, in phase, we can activate this Farfa, return my Anunku, so now I'm protected from another spell activation with Big Man Anunku here. If I played Star Eater, I could summon it off of these, but that's not going to be the case. So he's playing a scale, and I can actually negate his other scale with this and banish it. So we'll do that. And this Levier is the least of things that matter. So I'm going to tribute it. That gets negated and banished, and then the Seer gets to activate, bringing back Dante in defense mode. So Dante just continues being a floater. And then I can actually just put a Beatrice on top of it next turn, and Barbar him out of the game, because I've got Barbar in my hand. So we'll definitely just do that. Alright. And let's see, yeah. So we'll just special summon Beatrice here, and like that just it's game. Barbar, bar, banish 3 that don't matter, and that burns him for 900 instead of 6, which he has goes in match. Yep, I remember that. I put that back there. I was wondering what that card was. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep fire. You lose. Alright. I'm surprised. Well, I guess you do have to play out anyway what is going to occur, because, like, I mean, the card has activated, but still, like, bleh. Alright then. I'm surprised that I didn't actually just call that was the Gozen match again, when, like, it was there. Why didn't he reset the Gozen match? Why didn't he reset the Gozen match? That would have 100% just blown me out. Oh, he made a mistake. He made a huge mistake. He didn't reset the Gozen the turn that he had it. Because in that case, he could have flipped Gozen. I couldn't have even summoned the Farfa. I couldn't have banished Anunku, and I couldn't have done any of the play that I just did. What the hell? Alright. That one's a bit confusing, but I mean, shit. It's a video, so I guess we'll just call it there. So, anyway, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked these games. Tell me what you guys think about them in the comments down below. All that usual nonsense and garb that I spew at the end of these videos. As always, like, comment, subscribe to all the nonsense you usually do. Links are in the description of my Facebook and Twitch links. If you want to check those out, that's what they're there for. Feel free to do so. If you want to support me, clicking ads on my videos and disabling ad block when you view my videos is the best way to support me. It helps me out a ton, and it'd be really cool if you guys, if that's something you could take a few seconds out of your day to do to help support me out and all that sort of nonsense. If you have an ad block enabled, please take a few seconds out of your day, disable the ad block, refresh the video, click an ad or two, and then enable it when you're done. It takes seconds out of your day, it takes no money out of your pocket, but it helps me out more than I could ever express, because this is essentially another form of income for me at this point, and that's why I continue to do it, because it's fun, and it's something like that you can just get rewarded for. You can get, you can have all these other motivations and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, this is sort of a mini job, so I'm going to continue treating it like one. So there's that. But other than that, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And as always, guys, take care.